Welcome to the English Box. Today we're talking about the word to use. We're going to look at it as a verb, as a noun, and also in these circumstances when it's used with used to get used to, and to be used to. So let's start by looking at the meanings of use as a verb. So to use can mean to apply for a purpose or to employ. For example, students use the English Box to learn English. It can also mean to exploit something, for example, your position in a company, or someone to your own personal gain or benefit. James Bond used her to get the secret information, for example. He exploited her. He took advantage of her. It can also mean to take or consume. I rarely use painkillers, or I rarely consume painkillers when I'm ill. It can also be used as a phrasal verb with to use up. And to use up means to consume completely. For example, I used up all the shower gel, so we're going to have to go to the supermarket and buy some more. Moving on now to look at use as a noun. These meanings are quite similar. We have also the employment of something for a purpose. He is very skilled in the use of his language to convey his ideas. We can also express the idea of permission or benefit. I have use of a company car, for example. The ability to use something. He lost the use of his right arm in an accident. Or the notion of purpose or need or gain or advantage. There's no use discussing it with him. Notice the ing form after use. And I have no use for these old clothes. Moving on to used to. This has quite a different meaning. We use used to for actions or states that occurred with some degree of regularity in the past. So, for example, if I played football every week when I was younger, I could say I used to play football a lot. Or I could say I used to play football every week when I was young. If I lived in Bristol many years ago, I could say I used to live in Bristol. Or the example on the slide, they used to live in Bristol, but now they live in Berlin. So perhaps they moved to Berlin 2 years ago, but before that they lived in Bristol. And finally, he used to eat a lot of sweets, but then he decided to eat more healthily. So in the past, he ate lots of sweets, but then he decided to change his diet, and now he eats more healthily. Moving on to the next slide. 2 points here. Firstly, we do not use a fixed time period or fixed time expression with used to. So we cannot say, I used to live in Spain between 2008 and 2010. Here we would simply use the past simple. We would say, I lived in Spain between 2008 and 2010. Or simply, I used to live in Spain without any time expression. In negative, we say I didn't used to. Notice there is no D after use. So not I didn't used to, but I didn't use to. Okay, moving on to the next slide. There's often some confusion between to be used to and used to. We use to be used to describe something to which we are accustomed or to which we have adjusted. For example, I'm used to getting up at 6:30 in the morning. So I have to go to work every day at 8. I get up at 6:30 and I'm used to getting up. I'm accustomed to getting up at that time. He's used to working night shifts. He's adjusted to the schedule at the factory, for example, means that he's accustomed to working night shifts. So maybe he's done it for 2 years, so he's adjusted to the schedule, to the daily routine. They're used to speaking English at work every day, means that they've been doing it for many years probably, and that they're accustomed to it, they're used to it. Notice also here that the ing form of the verb is used after to be used to getting, to be used to working, to be used to speaking. Now, similar to be used to, we have to get used to. To get used to is the process of becoming used to or becoming accustomed. So we use it to describe something to which we need to adjust or become accustomed. So we have the examples here. I used to get up late, but since I got my new job, I've had to get used to getting up early. I can't get used to sleeping with the noise of traffic outside my window, and she's getting used to the idea of moving house. So, an exercise now to finish off. All you have to do is pause the video, read the 5 sentences, and decide if they're correct or incorrect. So, number 1, I used to playing a lot of football when I was little. Number 2, I am getting used to waking up earlier. Number 3, they're used to eating a late lunch in Spain. Number 4, he's getting used to talk English at work. And number 5, I have no use with these old shoes, I'll chuck them out. So pause the video, complete the exercises. Are you ready? Well, let's see if you got the answers correct. So number 1 is incorrect. Number 2 is correct. Number 3 is also correct. And number 4 and 5 are both incorrect. In the comments section, I'd like you to tell me why these sentences are incorrect. Okay, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see a video about the verb to get, then click on the yellow box. If you'd like to see a video about reported speech, click on the blue box. And to subscribe, click on the purple box. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.